right, y'all. That's my favorite video. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I could play this video every day and hear it differently, hear something else, make it make sense. I can utilize this video. And today, for some reason, at the very last minute, I said, hold on. I think this video is the video for us today because our conversation is going to be on collaboration.
I saw that.
Collaboration, right. Listen, I didn't plan this.
I
told you this is impromptu. I don't have any questions. I don't have anything. I didn't have anything written down, but while that call was on, y'all can't see because I got the little background thing. While that video was playing, I wrote down something that's going to make sense for our conversation today and conversations that I have when I'm coaching people. You'll never be great alone.
No.
You'll never be great alone. Most things in life is a team sport, okay? Friendships, okay? Marriages, okay? Partnerships. Most things in life, network marketing is a team sport. Everything is a team sport. Basketball, football, sports, team sport, right? You will never be great alone. That leads us also into a conversation about coaching. Anytime I'm coaching, I'm sure I've mentioned the word collaboration. I'm sure I mentioned partner up with somebody. You'll never be great alone. I mean, that hit me today. It's a lot of things in that video that hit.
Oh, it's a ton.
But today it was that you'll never be great alone because you have to take that. You have to put it in the context. You have to think about that, right?
Yep.
Today we were going to do some real talk with Nakia. Well, since I'll never be great alone, I have so many partners, all of y'all on the call, and also I want y'all to help me with something because I need a second set of eyes. It's crazy that this video is today. Dawn said something too in the chat box. Are we ready? Right? And are we ready or are you ready is in this video clip that I'm getting ready to play. I made a video, but I need feedback on it. Because remember in that video just now, I didn't think about it. He says videos never go live without a second set of eyes or without many eyes seeing it, right? And today I had planned to ask y'all to look at this video because it's going to be like the you know how when people have YouTube channels and stuff, they have a little video that comes on before their video. So I created a little video yesterday and I was like, let me have everybody look at it. It's 1 minute. So I'm going to play it and see if y'all like it or not. Now, I can't hear today on my computer for some reason. I want to reset it. So if it's too loud, turn your music down because I do think I got to change the settings on the volume. But I'm going to turn it on and y'all see what y'all think. This is my 1 minute. So YouTube has a countdown to their preview of videos. So I made a 1 minute and it's actually did 1 minute and 1 second. So I'm gonna fix that too. But I wanted y'all to see if y'all like it as my opening video for my Real Talk with Nakia videos. All right, let's see. Y'all, so that's gonna be the opening of all of, or not really the opening, but the countdown. So you can create your own countdown on YouTube. I just noticed that, right? And so I'm gonna make that the thing. And Tammy, yes, in the chat box, get moving, let's get moving. Yes, that's the beat, right? That's the beat to the get moving, let's get moving. Actually, y'all, that's the alarm clock in this household, right? We wake up to that sound, get moving, let's get moving. All right, the song, right? Because you can set your, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but y'all can set alarms, and at least in my iPhone, you can set alarms, and instead of it being an alarm sound, you can set music to your alarms. I actually saw on Facebook that an agent that I mentored a long time ago, she has at 4:44 p.m. she has an alarm set to pray every day, pray, meditate, or whatever else. So at 4:44 p.m., wherever I am, it doesn't matter, my cell phone just blasts out Tasha Cobbs Leonard, and that's my signal, right? So if y'all need to set any alarms, y'all need any signals, y'all not need any music to pump y'all up, or even that Eric Thomas video, because you can take something from YouTube and play it as well. You just put the link in there, and then it'll play it for you. You download it to your phone some kind of way. So y'all got to know that that's another thing to keep you pumped up during the day, keep you moving during the day, because within collaboration and coaching and all that, our conversation today, Ivan, is going to also include how do we stay motivated, because sometimes we lose motivation. And I'm gonna make you big, because I can't see today, and I can't hear today. So let me make you, I'm gonna spotlight you, and I'm gonna spotlight me, and then we're gonna be big on this screen so I can see. There we go. No technical difficulties this morning. So how are you this morning, Ivan?
Excellent. I had a good night with some of the team. Speaking of the we.
Right. Okay. See, this is what I'm saying. Our life is so we that we can't get away from we, right?
We can't get away from we.
And it is crazy that when I call around, when I talk to the team members, or when I talk to you, it's like, girl, we was together yesterday.
Right.
Or Nakia, I did that last week. I love it. We met last week. We got this established. We got this relationship established. Yesterday I talked to Nakia, and she had gotten a text from Rachel. So it's like, okay, just collaborate. That's what we do here, right? That's what we do. So I wanted to just kind of have like a real conversation with you. No scripts, no questions,
nothing.
Just about realizing the benefits of like partnerships and crossing industries, coaching. I heard through the grapevine that you have great results from this morning coaching call, right? I don't have to hear it through the grapevine. I see it, I know it, I experience it, right? But I wanted you to talk just a little bit about that too.
Okay. About the experiences I've had on this call?
Yes, experiences on this call, experiences with the team. I mean, it's like you have so many stories that it's wild and crazy. And I sit back and I think sometimes, okay, if Ivan, that's in a different industry, collaborated with us and has this story, then where is everybody else's story? Like, where's everybody else's story? Everybody should have a story. Everybody should have a testimonial. Everybody should have something that has changed or impacted their lives. And I don't think people share it enough. Maybe they have the story, but I don't think they're sharing it. And when you share your story, or when you share your testimony, it changes you, it changes your surroundings, it changes people who want to be around you, it changes people who you want to be around. It makes you think different, it makes you act different, and it makes you impact people a little differently as well. So take it away for a couple minutes. I'll be quiet for a minute.
we're gonna see if that happens. But it's a ton of stuff impacted in one, that video, two, the question about partnerships and collaboration, three, you mentioned something about how to stay motivated and energized, and we can just use my relationship with you guys to tackle all of those things and give I can give you real life examples of successes clearly by just this one group with you ladies and gentlemen. I think Joe's on the call, on how partnership is important. This is an awesome example if you want to hear from someone outside of your industry. Okay, so one, I'll talk about some of the benefits of me partnering with you guys. One, I got to give kudos to Annette. Is Annette on the call today?
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely shouting her out.
Yeah. So Annette is the reason why I'm even in front of you. Believe it or not, in a different life of ours, I had a younger son who's now gone to college, and she was on the coaching staff of that team. And being a leader on the team, we connected, and she worked with my son, right, and helping him be the best version of himself on the track. And if y'all know anything about Annette, that's her world, and she's very good at it. So we left relationships with track. We moved on to high school and things like that. And I saw a post that Annette had made that she was back in real estate, right? So I remembered, okay, not only was Annette on, and this is important too, here's a dime I'm about to drop. It wasn't just that Annette was a realtor, but I remember who Annette was in a different relationship that I had with her as a leader in that group, okay? So not to say that if she was just a parent like I was, that I would have responded and reached out to her literally immediately the same day and attest to this. When you sent that post, it wasn't an hour that I saw it that I reached out to you and I acquainted. So again, my point in that is, as much as we talk about collaboration, you want to collaborate with people that have already demonstrated that they are worth collaborating with. Because some collaborations, the ET didn't talk about it, are going to go the wrong way. But I knew Annette from a different relationship in the track. And when she did that, I thought, wow, our industries connect. I need to connect with Annette. Boom, there it is. Okay, that's one. Again, I can talk for hours. Like this session ain't even long enough. And just this one relationship group with Ivan and eXp with you ladies. So say all that to say, thank you, Annette. One of the things that I've experienced prior to you guys is the importance of working outside of my industry with powerful groups. Again, I got to keep honing on, it's important that we recognize the difference. That if you connect with somebody, just because you connected with them doesn't make it a real we. Sometimes it's an I still. So you got to make sure if the culture of who you're connecting with, okay? That's why I'm here. But I remember listening or doing some coaching calls with you ladies and gentlemen, and asking myself, okay, I wonder if Nakia will allow me to be on the morning calls too, not just every once a month when I'm talking about something related to homeowners or I think I was doing training on referral marketing. Mm-hmm. And she let me in, right? Okay, so I'm listening to these calls. A lot of what I learned through you guys, I take good notes, not on steno pads like the key. I put mine in the phone.
Oh, I have many places with notes. Let's not even get into that conversation.
And so, yep. And so I apply those little gems that can be just a sentence long, or it could be a comment that you make, Audra, or Dawn, you'll give an experience on something that I learned, wow, this is a group I want to stay with. So literally every single month, whether I've been available for the whole month or available because of my schedule for 2 calls, I'm always going to stay, right? But let me tell you how something happened that completely changed my industry. Not only through working with you guys, completely changed my industry in a target market I would have not thought of had it been for this class. We had a class. Well, I got many of them, but this is one particular that shines. So you guys did some training one morning, and I remember getting on the call a little late, and it was on something related to how in your industry, for example, when you guys are working with people that are trying to lease, there are rules and laws that apply to whether or not your client, if they have one of those pets that are dogs that are like us, they're like personal pet certification. There you go. And that was pet certification class, right? And the premise was because if you guys understand the laws behind what service animals, there you go. If you guys understand the laws behind what people leasing their homes or even townhomes, apartment complexes, if you know those laws, you can, even if they say no pets allowed, that's different, right? So that was kind of neat. But at the end of it, the kid charges for getting our certification. I just thought it'd be fun and I had the time to do it, right? So we cut the class a little early and we did it. And she was like, okay, send me the snapshot that you got it. So I did it, right? And in the certification again, I'm learning some things about like I'm a pet owner, always been, but that talked about the next level of pet ownership. Like I don't have a service animal. They're just my pets, right? But it talked about the next level of pet ownership. And I thought, wow, many people love their pets like their children. And then boom, it hit me in the head. Anything related to anything in the world, I think insurance or I think of financial service or investing. It just happens. And I thought, wow, I bet these people, this group of people that's growing, and I didn't know they were so big, they would probably appreciate and want pet insurance. Where at certain levels, and I've had pets, when the doctor says, hey, or we can do the surgery at $7,000-8,000, I'm with the not gonna go there. But these people will. These people will pay that money out of their pocket. I wonder how pet insurance will work in my industry. And ding, right there. I think I texted you, didn't I, Nakia?
Yeah.
I'm about to get my pet insurance license.
Yeah. I bet you I still have the text. I'm gonna look while
you probably
talking.
do. I'm about to get my freaking pet. No, I think I told you I did it. It was on a Friday. I think I did it over the weekend.
I got it.
And then there you go. And so I start going into this pet insurance market, and wow, people are paying. Listen, I've got clients now that are paying $200 a month for auto insurance and complaining, but they're paying $400 and $500 a month for pet insurance and loving it. So then I started. It's a shame, but it's the reality of where we are in this place, right? It's no surprise. You go to a restaurant, airport, any public place, you see a pet, you just look on now. You may say that's cute, right, Tammy? It's cute. It's not strange anymore. So now I'm networking with, here go partnership again. See how this all intertwines. Collaboration, energizing, different industry, learning something different that I may not have learned in my industry or heard it the way it was taught through you guys. Now I'm looking for more partnerships in other industries. So guess what? I'm all over this side of the county with the not the PetSmarts, because those two big corporate companies, but the small individual owned veterinarian clinics. I'm all in their face. I'm brochures in their place. They want me there because they want to say, hey, if your pet ever gets sick, you don't have to, say, hey, lay her down. You can get pet insurance and I get to charge you $7,000 for performing your surgery. Wow. That you wouldn't have had. So you see how that partnership works?
Yeah.
It's so, and ET talk about the we and the I, like we can't even talk about that enough and how important it is. So I can keep going. So I'm gonna just shut up and leave you that story. Because that was a real story I shared last night.
Well, I'm gonna apply. Collaboration. I'm gonna go beside you and show you. I got this stupid setting on my phone, so y'all can't. I mean, on this computer, so y'all can't see good. But September the 6th, 2021, at 4:30 p.m. It says, it's from Ivan to me. Inspired by Friday's real estate pet training, over this weekend, I secured my Maryland, DC pet medical insurance license.
What day was that, Nakia?
September the 6th, 2021.
It was a Friday. In. September 4th, we had the pet certification. I thought it was a gimmick, really. I just thought it'd be fun to play with y'all. Like, let me play with y'all too. And that was a Monday I sent that text because over the weekend, I said, no, I'm doing this. I'm cutting out my day and I'm studying for this pet insurance exam.
Right. And you did it. So I'm gonna go over that too, because that's a story within the story. But I'm gonna read your text first, but I'm gonna go right into that. I'm gonna go right into that quickness, right?
Okay.
And what you did after the call. So you go on to say, I'm a believer in that one of the best ways to separate my agency from the competition is to be able to offer more products and services. Now our
Yep,
eXp
Dawn.
Realtors have another product besides homeowners, mortgage protection, and auto bundling to offer their clients. You
That's
said
right.
so many things in that. That was 3 sentences, by the way, y'all. Look,
Three
that was
cents.
3 sentences. You said so much in those 3 sentences. It was the what you did to spring into action. It was what you believe and how you can help grow your business, and what you can do to help other people.
Absolutely.
You said all of that in 3 sentences and from one class. And I wrote that down too, is that just sometimes just show up. You never know what's going to happen. Like you was like, pet insurance, I'm gonna just get on this car. I ain't doing nothing this morning. But look what it did. And I bet you if you calculate, now you got to calculate your income. I don't need you to tell us what it is on the phone, but you need to calculate the income of your sales on that pet insurance from September 21st to September 2022, and just see what the value is from you getting on one call that you didn't have to get on. It was a Friday morning, 8 a.m. And you just like, the culture was we, though. If they on the call, I'm going to get on the call.
I'm going to get on the call.
Is the culture of we, right? In the partnership. You mentioned, you saw a post. Okay, let's thank Annette again, because I can't thank Annette enough. Annette's introducing us not only helped us in business, but it helped me personally. And then I'm going to read the reply to your text too, by the way. Helped me personally, family wise, insurance wise, financial wise. So we definitely got to shout out Annette all day long, every day, every time we get on a conversation about our partnership or collaboration.
That's right.
Partnership with our team. And that is responsible. And what you said is you saw a post.
Yeah.
You saw a post. All right, y'all. Y'all that don't want to post on social media, though. Hello. How many classes have we had on posts, Ivan and Annette? Okay. Yeah. How many? And are there calls to action with our posts? Don't forget, I wrote that down myself. Is there a call to action? Okay. So when you're posting, y'all posting, but are you asking people to do anything? Are you asking people to call you or asking people to partner with you? Are you asking for referrals? Don't forget that part. And then here goes the next one, which we talk about a lot. The importance of working outside of your industry.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Okay.
You gotta.
So all y'all want to do is go to the real estate happy hours. All y'all want to do is go to the real estate classes. Well, why don't y'all just go to the business courses, small business administration networking? Why don't you go meet some other small business owners, or why don't you go to some of the industry events or the convention? I was thinking about going to a podcast convention. I'm not a podcaster at all, but I mean, this could be a podcast. But here's the deal. If I go to a podcast convention, I can network with people, meet with people, talk to people, and then they may ask me to be on their podcast. And then that's exposure and marketing for my business. So the importance of working outside of your industry, I wrote down as well. And then I wrote down apply. Apply. What did you say? You went to the class. It was Friday morning, 8 a.m. On Monday at 4:30 p.m. You had your license. You studied, passed the test, had your license.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Are we applying? Are we executing? What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? We are not getting off the call and then going to do something. That's all you need to do. You don't need to reinvent a wheel. You don't need to think about 50 game plans. We're giving you the game plan right here in the mornings. Every single morning, Monday through Thursday, and sometimes on Fridays, we're giving you the game plan. Why can't you just apply it or execute it? Why do people feel the need to reinvent the wheel, to go and do something else, or to go try something else, when every single day, this is we count a year and 22 days right now worth of 8 a.m. calls, Ivan, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I wrote that down, and I wrote down attend anyway. Because you was like, I'm just gonna get on this call. And now you got an income, a steady income, and new partnerships.
Yes.
From getting on one call. We're not even talking about every day. We're talking about one call that had nothing to do with you. But I got on it anyway. So imagine all the calls that people are missing that does have something to do with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that sitting right there. Okay, because I'll go too far. So right. My response at 5:21 p.m. Okay, I like to get them times in. And guess what? It's 3 sentences. I said, wow, please call and offer that to my daughter. My daughter just may need it. I love our partnership. Thanks for sticking by me when my life was a mess. And remember, and I said that because what happened is when you called me, when we connected finally on a personal level, I had to find some paperwork, right? And it took me like 5 days. I had to call and apologize. I was like, listen, we did a whole consultation call. You got most of the information, but you needed paperwork from me.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, Ivan, I got paperwork in storage bins. And
you did. You said that. It was all over the place. You told me.
Yeah, I said it's just all over the place. Let me get it organized, and then I give you what you want. So now it's in Pendaflexes. Well, actually now, listen, I got it right here. Next now, each month is in one envelope. Okay.
There you go.
So if I did it in September, it's in the September envelope. And I actually learned that on a call. I don't know what call I was on or where I was at, but now all my receipts, I used to put it in Pendaflexes, but now I'm just putting it in envelopes. Somebody suggested that, so I'm trying it. I must have been on a call in August because I'm doing it. I'm applying it in September. Okay.
Yeah.
Or that must have been when I first went to the store to get an envelope. Let's be clear. I might have had to call in July. Just didn't get the envelope yet.
Right.
Okay. So you said I'll give her a call for sure tomorrow. Okay. And that was that. And then and you know what? And then that same week, guess what? That was September the 6th. September the 9th, I bought a car. Remember, I actually didn't know when I bought that car, so I'm glad I looked in this conversation. So I've had my car for a year, okay. Somebody asked me that the other day, and I didn't know. So I was going to buy a car. Listen, y'all, we talk about crossing industries, like nothing to do with the 8 o'clock call, but we met on the 8 o'clock, or we met in the office, we met in real estate, outside the industry. I said, woo, I can't buy this car until I ask Ivan.
I remember that call.
I said, I got to know what the insurance. I said, Ivan, I think I'm gonna buy a car, but I need to know how much this insurance is, because if this insurance is too much, I ain't buying this car. It's like, I like the car and everything, but listen, sports cars and these fast cars and these fancy cars make your insurance go up. I said, so tell me what this insurance is going to be. And you gave me an incredible number. I bought the car just because the insurance was the amount that you gave me. Like, forget the car. But the insurance amount, I was like, oh, I'm buying that car. And you was like, well, if you don't buy it, I'm going to buy it. Remember, I told you how many miles was on it. And you was like, well, if you don't buy the car, I'm going to buy the car. Deal. So give me the information. Like everything was working. And it had the 8s in it, remember? It had all those 8s in the number, it had 8s in the mileage. So you was like, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You're more than deserving. So you found out how much it is, and you was like, send me your credit card. I was like, okay.
Yeah, because you were teetering on the fence.
Yeah, I was on the fence. I was like, I don't need this car.
And I'm pulling, we're doing this today. I'm going to write the insurance, and you're buying the damn car.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is so crazy. Like, how could the insurance be this cheap? And you said, repeat after me. You screenshot things. You said, repeat after me. Everything I want is on its way to me. Everything I need is already within me.
I did.
I'm just saying, this conversation is about keeping each other motivated, like partnering up, doing business and life. Like this, like I could keep going and going, but somebody gonna get mad in a minute if I keep going and going with this conversation. They're gonna be mad that they ain't connect with you faster, right? But it's just so amazing how just one phone call or one conversation turns into something so big, turns into turns into I can't buy a car unless I call Ivan, right? I ain't call nobody. I ain't call nobody else. I was like, oh, I got to call Ivan. Ask Ivan about this car. I ain't call nobody else. Because we become partners, we become friends, we become confidants, we become counselors, we become coaches for each other. Like somebody asked me yesterday, I met with a young lady that's going to be joining a team, and she was like, you have so much value and knowledge within you. What can I do to help you? I was like, girl, you could just be a leader. Like, I just need leaders. Like, just the lead on the things that you know. Don't sit back and just feel like you're not a leader because somebody knows more than you, or you don't have anything to contribute. You might know how to sew clothes. And guess what? Somebody on this phone call might want to know how to make a skirt. Okay. You might know how to cook. We might need to dial in on a Tuesday night and exchange recipes. You never know what each other needs because you're not asking, or you're so busy moving off to yourself, building cliques, building little compounds, when we have this big team full of experts, full of knowledge, full of information, but you want to be off to yourself. You can't do nothing. Let me go back. Hold on. You'll never be great alone. Even as a leader, you need a leadership team. Okay. As a leader, you need assistants. You need partners. You'll never be great alone. Stop trying to be alone all the time. Stop trying to build your own all the time. We have this big thing right here that builds into seven other big things. Okay. 7 other big things. We have 7 leaders at EXP who are in the top 30, and they done probably moved up to the top 20 by now, but in the top 30 of 80,000 people. Everybody that supports us is in the top 30. Let me say that one more time. Out of 80,000 people. I bet they want to stay in the top 30 because they got 79 plus thousand vying for that spot, right? So what are they going to do to stay in the top 30? They're going to help us. Everybody that's in their lineup, everybody that they are here to support. But guess what? We're not reaching out. We're not connecting. We're not getting on the call. I mean, these people have calls. One of them is having a cruise. Now, I'm not going on a cruise, but one of them is having a cruise next year, right? And have invited, they send emails to us. They send videos to us. They send invitations to us. But we're not accepting them. What would happen if you didn't accept the invitation from Annette? That time. Now, I'm not saying that your life is only surviving because of us, but your life changed a little bit. We impacted something in your life that causes you for at least a year. We know a year. Before that, I don't even know how long it was, but we have impacted your life, and you've impacted our life for at least over a year now. Probably. Right. I would venture to say it's been 2 years. I know it's been 2 years.
Oh, it has been. Yeah.
It's been 2 years.
Because I joined your calls January of 21, but I had been going some of the coaching classes in 2000. Right. Yeah, so this whole relationship started in 2000, and it was when some of you were with Caldwell Banker downtown. Yeah. Was it Fells Point?
Yeah, Fells Point.
Yeah. Yep. That's where I came and met Annette, in that office, in that little front small conference room. Yeah. Right. You walk into the left. There's a little small room. Yeah. She gave me a tour. We met. You were busy, so it was like a high thing. Peeking in, and then
that's something else I want to talk about too. I was so busy, I didn't even have a chance to build relationships back then. So my life has changed with this change from company to company. I was thinking about that before we got on the call. It was this morning or even last night. I was like, I remember that you met Annette down there, but I didn't have a chance to get to know you. I didn't have the opportunity. I didn't have a chance to spend time with you, which I probably didn't have a time to spend with a lot of the agents that are even still on this call right now. Yeah. But life has changed so drastically that now I have time to build relationships. Yes. I have time to be a better resource. I was a resource. I knew the stuff. I taught the stuff. I was running the whole office. Like just everything, the operations of an office, from rent to cleaning, to coaching, to training, to scheduling. I mean, everything, to financially. Everything was being run, and it was being run well. We were in the top 10 out of Coldwell Banker offices in Maryland, right? So we were surviving there. but now we are thriving here because there's just such a big change in not only what we have, but who we are and who we became.
Right.
We are different as people. We are different. It's noticeable. Hello, just from, again, this one conversation, this one partnership, this one introduction from Annette, is we are different now. So I also noticed that, and it just hit me that, shoot, I could have been knowing of and benefiting from it, but I was too busy.
Right. And another thing on that. So two things. One, I said one, two. One, the what you talked about by when you were speaking on growing outside of your industry and those kind of things. And some people set up, I forgot what you just called those things, but they're little side silos.
Clicks.
And they miss the connection. The clicks.
Let's be clear. It's a click.
So what happens eventually is you get out of the honeymoon phase of click. Okay. And then you lose energy, because the energy is based upon what the click can provide. When you connect, okay, and it's when you connect with the CEO, happens is kinetic with the K starts to happen again. And that's where you get energy and power from. So, but you gotta leave the click. Not that you abandon the click and dismember it, but you gotta expose the click to other things too, to other positive people. So it's always good if you're going to attend something outside the industry. So last night we sat at a table, a restaurant I've never been to. It was a good restaurant. And it was just these minds, right? From a very young realtor who's got a lot going on in her life of getting married and all this stuff. And then you've got, Queen Audra, there, schooling. Then you got little, I call him Cool Kyle. And we're just collaborating minds. And one of the gentlemen, James Gillis, I think, he's all here, like so cerebral and thinking. We all learn from each other in just general conversation. Okay. And the other thing I wanted to say is going back to when I came to visit Annette at downtown in Fells Point under CB, one of the things I want to drop is, though you and I didn't meet, Nakia, being intentional on making connections. It doesn't have to happen now, but I knew I need to, matter of fact, Annette and I were going to meet at my office. And I said, no, I want to come where you are, because that isn't only just you there, it's everybody around you. Right. So if you came to my office, not that you and I wouldn't have had a great meeting session, but I got to be intentional on putting myself around other Annettes, because I know Annette, again, going back from analyzing, it's not always the relationship or who you're relating it with. Renette's only going to put herself around people of power. And she talked about you in our call about, okay, EXP, she bragged on, you got to meet Nakia. You got to meet my branch manager or whatever it's called under that system.
That's it.
Right. And I said, okay, well, here's how I'll do it. I'm going to come to your office and we going to connect, and maybe by chance we'll get an introduction. But it's important that I found to be successful with networking, that we be intentional, intentionally looking for it, not just having it come by and just, knock on your door and say, hey, I'm a collaborate with you. That doesn't happen. We got to be intentional in our professional business role about making that connection. It was cool. I took no offense. And that all you could, Nakia, that all you could do was wave. I took no offense to that because I made an intentional connection. And sometimes things aren't they're just not now. Later down the road, right? It can blossom. So it doesn't even happen. It doesn't have to happen right when we make a connection. You don't have to get immediate business from a person you connect with. But if you're intentional about and sincere, all this stuff about that connection, and you know your why for why you're doing it, right? If you are grounded in that why, that's right. You gotta then continue until it happens. Because there's no way Nakia was not gonna meet me. It wasn't going to happen. I didn't know when it would or how it would happen, but I knew I'm going to be absolutely intentional in making this connection. And I disappeared a little while because of all the changes that were going on. When it was, okay, I'm segueing out of CB, I'm going to EXP. So when we finally connected, I didn't know anything about EXP, but Nakia was there.
Don't worry. We didn't either.
Right. Nakia was there, and some other folk this year introduced me to. And so I want to make sure we understand that when we got to recognize the people that we're trying to connect with. Mm-hmm. And if you relate that they are about something in your industry or not, if they are about something, make that connection. You never know where it's going to fall. Mm-hmm. You never know what's going to come up out of it. And within your industry, if you have people that are in the top 30, I can't tell you how valuable that is outside of just the income you can make. I can't tell you how valuable that is. Okay, I was taught this a long time ago, and my dad taught me. He taught me working on relationships and building and doing expanding and continuing to grow and learn. He was an artist, and he used to say, abstract art is the best example of how one person can see and be right. Another person that has a different upbringing, a different culture, can see something different and be right. So what if y'all two got together and looked at the same thing? What if 5 of y'all, all with right perspective of this abstract art piece, got together, looked at the thing, talked about it? And that's my philosophy behind, I love to be around other people that will help me see what I do differently, to that point of the pet insurance. It's in my industry. Why did it never jump up on me before? Mm-hmm. It never showed itself before, right? But through a different set of lenses in that class had me see something that I thought the way I saw it was right. Who's gonna want pet insurance, right? There's no market for that. Something else showed me, another set of eyes was laid on the same thing. And I ran with it. And Dawn said it. That was Labor Day weekend. I didn't go to any cookouts that Saturday because I'm going to get this damn license on Labor Day weekend. And the reason why I said to you, Nakia, I'll call your daughter tomorrow, because that was Labor Day.
Right.
And I didn't want to disturb her barbecue.
Right. She probably wasn't doing nothing. But again, you were intentional. Yeah. You were committed, and you were going, you had an action plan, and you had a goal that you were going to finish.
Absolutely. Partnerships are amazing if they're done right. And if you're intentional about it and you just keep going. Is not always looking for immediate results for you. Sometimes you're going to be in a partnership. Oh, this is good. You're going to be in a partnership for years to benefit them. Years. And all the benefit is going to be what you give, not what you get.
Servant leadership.
Right.
Servant leadership. It flips somewhere down the line to benefit you. And it's not, and that is not intentional.
That's not intentional.
But it comes. And I tell people to do it all the time. I say, listen, just take my advice. I'm telling you, become a servant leader and watch what happens to your life. Like Dawn right now is hosting our Thursday at 6 p.m. call, where people call in, ask questions. We don't get a lot of questions from 115 people. So she comes up with some topics and some themes. Sometimes, or most times, she'll have a theme and just wait for some questions. But again, that's servant leadership. She's talking to people and helping people that she cannot financially benefit from. But because the culture of this team is away, and because she believes me and the crazy ideas that I come up with, I don't know if you know, Dawn was my first agent that I ever recruited to join me and be my partner in real estate. Yeah.
Wow.
2 days
Wow.
on the job, and they sent me to the office, that little office downtown, and told me to recruit this lady. And I was like, I didn't have a computer log on. I didn't have nothing, no notes, no paperwork, no nothing. They was like, just do it. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And I did it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Wow.
luckily
That's the
enough,
story.
we're still partners. But Dawn believes me because she's seen it. She's realized that I've impacted her life, right? So she knows that there's a method to my madness. And so now she's a servant leader. And
Yeah.
her life is going to flip. We don't know when it's going to flip.
7 years. Yeah.
It's going to flip, right?
Exactly.
And that's 7 years running the track team, never paid. Just closed the deal for one athlete. One athlete is a mentee. And then this wonderful relationship with Ivan. Like you gotta just go with it. Like you gotta go with it. And Dawn, I'm not saying your life hasn't already flipped, because it has flipped many times. Like she's married now. She got, not saying that we helped her with the marriage thing, but but somehow her life was impacted by being around some good people, right? Okay, yeah, elevate it. Her life is flipped, but some more elevation is coming, and she knows it. She knows it for sure, because of our track record, because of our history, and because of our vision, our team mission. Why we are here. We aren't here just simply to make money. We can go anywhere and make money. You can go anywhere and make money. You can go anywhere and make money. That's not the deal, right? You are here for a reason. You're here for the community, the collaboration, the partnership, the culture of we. You are here because we believe in each other. We help each other. Like Annette, I at that point in time, I didn't even know Annette. I didn't see Annette a lot, so I didn't even know Annette believed in me enough to talk to you about me. We just don't know these things.
Oh yeah.
So, but that's why
we used to be quiet.
Yeah. Well, she's still quiet with me. She's still quiet with me. I'm gonna get her one day. She's still quiet with me. I'm gonna get that from her one day. Okay. But that also hosted that Thursday call until her life got too busy and passed the torch on to Dawn. Ask Dawn. She called and asked Dawn, never even called me. Just called and asked Dawn, can you take over this call? And they passed the baton. They were leaders for the team, and they made the executive decision for the team.
Yeah,
right?
Beautiful.
So it's just belief and passing the baton and collaborating, moving back and forth. And anytime Annette wants to come back and work with them, I'm sure Dawn will be like, "Hey, girl, come on, hello, let's do this. Let's partner up. Let's collaborate." It's just so different. Like we are different. It's so different. And it's so close to 9 o'clock that every time
I know, again, we need 3 hours doing this one.
Yes, we do. We got to do a part 1, part 2, part 3, like they do at church. They do part 1, part 2, part 3, right? But I just so happy.
Right.
It just so happened that today was the day you were going to coach the team. And I was like, I asked the team, do they have insurance questions? They was like, no. And you were like, oh, they don't have questions because I be meeting with them one-on-one. I be training them. I got clicks, Nakia. I'm over here teaching them when you're not around, right? When you're not, I done gathered these people up and I done taught them. I'm helping them. I'm working with them without you. I don't need you, girl. So I love it. So I was like, well, let's have a real talk conversation, because this is where I'm going. I'm going into real talk, but timing is everything. I know I'm taking forever with that real talk with Nakia, but I want to be able to say everything I want to say. So I got to get a few things off my back so I can say whatever I want to say and it not hurt somebody or not cause problems for an organization or a person. So I'm going to hold tight for a minute and real talk when the kids coming. But this is an example. Like, this is an example. Let me, I'm gonna close this out and I'm gonna let you close this out. But this is an example of what we do in the mornings. Number one, we mastermind, collaborate. We go back and take a look at what was going good, what wasn't going good, what's going great, what we have to continue doing. And we have other ideas. We share ideas. We bring people into the mix. We bring new people into the collaboration that can help us advance into the next level. Someone that'll make an impact on our life. We have real conversations. There's no cut cards around here. We have to have real conversations, okay? If we're not having real conversations, what's the point? Like, I don't need any of that fake, phony, or scripted stuff. I didn't have one question for Ivan today. This was a general conversation. This was a reflection. That's the word I was looking for. Reflection on our partnership, on our collaboration. Everything falls into place when it's real. Okay. If this wasn't real, we wouldn't have been able to do that. Right? Because this is real. That's why we're able to dial up. And as a matter of fact, we got on a couple seconds late. That's why we're able to come together, collaborate, and have a conversation in front of people, and recorded and filmed and going to be on YouTube, right? That's why we're able to do this, because it's real. And that's why I wanted to come up with something called Real Talk with Nakia. So I thank you, because I think you're like my first Real Talk with Nakia on Zoom.
I like it.
But you're my first Real Talk with Nakia on Zoom, right?
I'm honored.
So close us out, Ivan. Close us out. Tell us
I want to go back to the whole partnership again on, and this is something else I shared last night at the table, on the importance of just this, the importance of partnering to make your brand fire, to make your brand fire. You know, just like I opened up and changed my whole portfolio of products to add pet insurance, and it's changed a trajectory of a different client base that I can help, right? One of the things that you can do in your industry is develop your partnership team of whomever that is, so that you become that one-stop shop. You become that one-hitter quitter, where when I talk to Dee Dee, I know Dee Dee's going to get me straight, because I've heard from the person that referred me to Dee Dee. She's going to help me with finding a home. She's going to help me with selling a home. She's going to help me with a home inspector. She's going to help me with a title company, a mortgage broker, insurance representative, termite inspector, whomever. We got to have these partnerships, because it's a reflection of our image we want to appear to be. Image is everything. And we get to manage and control that image. We get to create it any way we want to be, to the point of, like, Real Talk with Nakia is an image, and you get to control it, be creative with it, and manage it so that your impact is wider. Once your impact expands, boom, now you have your fingerprint all over the place. And again, a fingerprint is a unique fingerprint to every person, right? We all have our own. Now you've expanded your whole territory, and you're putting your fingerprint in areas that your termite may expose you to, that you never knew existed. Now you're really, really spreading your wealth. You're really spreading your information. Now you're really, really growing. Now that's that connection with the C, to make connectivity. Kinetic energy comes from that with the K one. It's got to be a part of what we do if you want to be that impactful. If you don't, just sit down and stay quiet. But don't complain. When others soar.
What did you, wait a minute.
Don't complain. When you see expansion in other people's lives, don't complain.
I need a fan.
Do it.
Wait a minute. You made me have a hot flash on that. Wait a minute. I had a whole hot flash. What you say? Don't complain.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't complain.
When you see other people on fire, when you see their kinetic energy, when you see them rising, because you were sitting still and sitting back in the corner, minding your own business, when we been minding all of the business. Okay.
Don't complain.
Hold on.
Learn from it, celebrate it, and then move your little pieces 1% a day. That's all it takes. Just 1% per day. Get better and expand and connect.
Can I tell you something? Because I know we was closing, but hold on. You said 1% a day, so you sparked something in me. Every leader in that top 30 at EXP, just so y'all know, just because you're looking at that one per day, one, each leader has only invited up to 2 people. Some have only done 1, 2 people per month over their whole entire career. Only 1 or 2 people have joined their organization over the years that they've been at EXP, and that they are achieving 6 to 7 figure incomes per month. So that one thing, do one thing per day. Do one thing per week, do one thing per month, but you gotta do something.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing it, don't complain. Don't complain. You take you with you. That's how I'm gonna close this out. You take you with you. So you
steal it out.
will complain over here, but guess what? You take you with you. You're gonna complain over there too. You're gonna do the same thing over there. You are over there too. Let's be clear. You take you with you. One thing per day, one thing per week, one thing per month. Do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
And let's get moving.
Let's get moving.
Thank you so much, Ivan. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yes,
awesome. Thank you, Nakia.
All right. See y'all. Everybody have a great day. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Contract quiz tomorrow. See y'all. Thank you.
Take care, y'all.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.